Hi scientists! We have been learning about Earth's movements and how those movements create patterns on Earth. What we are going to do is we are going to get set up for a shadow investigation. You can see on the screen it says you are not doing the investigation today, you will do it tomorrow. So today we're going to get everything set up and have a plan, and then you will conduct the investigation tomorrow. The purpose for your investigation. We know Earth is spinning on its axis. This movement causes patterns on Earth. In the investigation, you are going to learn what happens to the length of a shadow during a day. These are the supplies that you are going to need for your investigation. You're going to need your science journal or a piece of paper, a pencil, an object that's at least 12 inches tall. I have more details about that in a minute. And then a measuring tape. A ruler or yardstick would work also, but if your family has a measuring tape that you could use, that's going to be what's going to work best for you. Okay, right now I would like for you to press pause and create this page in your science journal. I'm serious. I want you to press pause and create this in your journal. Do it, please. Press pause. All right, great. You should have this information now set up in your science journal. It says shadow investigation, what happens to the length of the shadow in one day. And then you set up a data collection table where it has the times going across the top, and then length will be collected along the bottom. Okay, so one of your supplies I said is that I'd like for you to have an object that's at least 12 inches tall. So I went into my garage and I looked around, and these are some items. So we have a plastic basketball goal. I grabbed my son's boot. We have a bucket. I actually have a yardstick, and right now the yard is soft enough that I was able to put it into the ground, but be careful, you might need an adult to help you with that. And then also, this might be hard to believe, but we don't have Legos at our house, but I know a lot of you are Lego builders, and so you could build something with Legos, just making sure it's at least 12 inches tall because you want it to be able, you want it to cast a shadow that you can measure. If you have something very short, that's going to be harder to measure the shadows. Okay, here's going to be your procedure, and you are going to do this 7 times in the day, okay? Now, I want to make sure that you are asking permission to go outside. I did this in my backyard, so I stayed in my backyard. It could work in a driveway as well, but I liked to do it in my backyard because I am going to set it up, and then I'm going to leave all of my supplies out all day long. And I know that in my backyard, that's going to be the safest place for me to do that. But please make sure that you talk to an adult about this investigation and get permission to go outside. If your adult says no, please email me. You're not in trouble. You and I will come up with a plan. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to set the object in a sunny place. So this is the object that I have selected, and it's in a sunny place that will not get shade at all. So it's going to stay sunny all day long. Then you're going to put the measuring tape over the shadow. So the end of the measuring tape is at this goal for me, and then it goes all the way to the end of the shadow. Then at the end of the shadow, I read the measuring tape. So it's at 165 inches. And then I record the length under the correct time. So when you go outside to measure the shadow, make sure that you take your notebook and a pencil. Like I said, you are going to repeat this every hour. Okay, so at 9 a.m., this is what my setup looked like. I have my object, here's the shadow with the measuring tape, and at 9 a.m., the length of the shadow was 119 inches. So it says you will record the length every hour. Be sure to write the length in your science journal. You can take a picture, but you don't have to. Okay, so at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3. Please measure the shadow and record it in your journal.